Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to the weekly CRM Connect call here at Sales Process. It's good to see everybody again this week. I can't believe how fast these weeks are going by in January. This month is almost over, you guys. What happened? What happened? Let me get everybody in here. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody managing in sales process? How are you finding the software? Anybody have any questions or hiccups before we get into today's lesson? Today's lesson is going to be a shorter lesson, just based on the fact that we're all going to try to test the lead magnet funnels that we've been building over the past couple of lessons. And we are going to continue on building and testing the lead magnet funnel that we've been working on over the past couple of weeks here. Well, not even weeks, just basically this week and a little bit of last week we were working on that. So I wanted to check in with everybody and make sure that there was no questions from last week, or sorry, on Monday or Tuesday, depending on where you live, funnel forging call. We had some issues with getting everybody their templates. So I took that back to the team and hopefully everyone was able to get their templates from last time. Just you can pop it in the chat. Let me know if you were able to get your templates. And we will get started on this week's on today's lesson. Okay. I'm going to get my screen organized here a little bit. So as we do every office hours calls, we are going to go over the sales process framework that is really integral to developing your business. So the framework here that we use at Sales Process it's not to be a one size fits all. It's just to give you sort of a guide, right, as to what you should be looking for as your next step in the process of building your business, in the process of scaling your business, in the process of growth, right? So we're going to go and take a look at that. The exponential growth formula is what it is called, and this has some really important steps or pillars inside of it. It is the 5 pillars of the exponential growth formula are really sort of areas that we want you to focus on for success. Gathering leads, making conversions, making sales, increasing your average cart value, increasing the frequency in which you sell, and the systems and processes that you can build using the sales process software to ensure that you're always growing, right? And that you have a system in the back end that just runs like a well-oiled machine. And the past couple of classes, we've been working on a lead magnet funnel. And so the lead magnet funnel is this piece here. And when we take a look at the framework for that, we're talking about the top of the funnel. We're trying to use all of the content and all of the sources of traffic to lead to the top of the funnel to bring in more leads. And so we've been focusing on the lead magnet funnel that we've been building, and that's what we're going to dive into today. So inside of our sales process account, we are going to go and take a look and just go over our lead magnet funnel that we've been working on, right? So this is the name of the template. I didn't change mine. You may have changed yours as you've been working in the template to call it whatever your lead magnet is going to be. Basically, we have, and honestly, I'm just going to move this down here to the bottom because ours is a simple lead magnet. It's an opt-in and a thank you page. Every opt-in has, if we take a look here, what we're looking for is a landing page. It's got maybe some imagery on it. It's got a headline on it talking to the person who we're trying to get their attention, right? Is it service providers? Is it coaches? Is it maybe it's roofers in your area or handymen or whatever it is? You're calling them out in the headline, and then you have here your form to collect their information in exchange for this free item that you're giving them. And then the next step of that is just the thank you page. Once they submit their form, they land on the thank you page, right? And so those are the two steps in your funnel. You were encouraged to build out the thank you page. Now what we want to do is we want to test this and make sure that it's working, because we've put together the lead magnet funnel. We've attached the lead magnet funnel to an automation, or also known as a workflow. And we'll go over the workflow, and then what we're going to do is test this. So back into automations over on the left-hand side, we're going to go to the workflows. And we want to see here, here's the workflow that we were working on. And this is an opt-in workflow, and attached to it is a nurture sequence. So on the funnel forging call this week, what we talked about is the fact that so many business owners go out and set up their lead magnets, gather leads inside of their system, and then they don't do anything with them, right? They just sit there. And the whole purpose of getting the lead is to convert them to a sale. And so this piece of the workflow is what we were saying is really important, that we don't just want to deliver the lead magnet to them and then let them go stale. We want to keep engaging them. We want to keep encouraging conversation with them as they come into our world. And so here we have our trigger. We have our form that is on our lead magnet. The trigger for this is the form. And then when someone fills out the form, it comes into our workflow. Here, we're updating a stage in our leads pipeline. We're putting them into our pipeline so that we can track them, right? They've come into our world. We want to be able to track them. We are adding a tag, and your tag can be whatever you want. It can be lead magnet and then the name of your lead magnet. But we want to be able to identify these people as somebody who has grabbed this particular piece in our business, right? And then, of course, you have the all-important delivery email. This is going to be the email that welcomes them in and also delivers that lead magnet that they signed up for. So in many cases, it's going to be a link to a PDF, or it's going to direct them to book a call, or it may just be a link to a video for them to watch, right? That might be your lead magnet. Whatever it is, this email delivers that lead magnet to them. And then what we have put in place here is a series of nurture messages that will take place over a series of days. And the goal of each of these emails is to start conversations with our customers or our potential customers, to ask them questions, to inform them of the different services that we provide, talk to them about their different problems that you as a business owner solve. And of course, you can build this out to have as many messages in it as you want, or as few messages as you want. That's completely up to you. But this automation makes it so that you don't always have to be thinking about, okay, well, now I've provided that lead magnet. Have I just left them hanging, right? You've got this system in place where it takes care of them on the back end. And so now what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is working. The very first thing we do is we want to make sure that we publish the workflow. So we're going to go here over on the right-hand side and we're going to turn our workflow on and we're going to save it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we are actually going to run ourselves through the lead magnet funnel. And then we're going to come and take a look at the different areas in here that I can show you to help you troubleshoot different things that may take place during a test, or even after you put your funnel live, it may take place, and how to troubleshoot that. And then we're also going to look at the contact record that is created when somebody signs up for your lead magnet. And we're going to talk a little bit about the contact record, what that looks like, what to look for, how you can determine if everything worked during your test. So now we're going to go back to our funnel. And we are going to test it. So up here, I have the page open, right? So I'm going to just run myself through this test. So I'm going to put my name in. I'm going to put my email in here that I use for testing. And I'm going to hit submit. So what I'm testing for here is, number one, to make sure that the form actually grabs my information and that I'm taken to the proper page after I hit the submit button, right? So I hit submit, and does this now take me to my thank you page? And it does, right? So far it looks like everything's okay. It's operating as it should. I've put my information in and it took me to the thank you page. Now what we're going to do is go back into our sales process account and we're going to go back and look at the actual workflow and see what took place in the workflow. So I'm going to go into the high ticket sales here, and I already see an issue. I can already tell something is up, right? Because I should have a number here. I should have at least a number 1. As an active enrolled person, there should be a 1 here and there should be a 1 here. So let's go see what happened that did not work. Let's make sure, number 1, our trigger is the correct trigger. Because we want, I think maybe I have the wrong form in here. So let's try this one. And to be sure, what I can do, so I've changed out the form here to be the right trigger. I'm going to go into the builder of the funnel and I want to find out what is the name on the form. So I'm going into the funnel here and I want to make sure I know what's the name of this form. And this one is opt-in form. So I think now it's correct. So I'm going to test it again. Put my information in. Submit. We know this piece works. We're looking for that back end piece to work, right? So we're going to go back out of here. Back to our automation. There's those ones I was looking for before. They're here now. So that's a very good sign that it worked. But now I'm going to take you back into the workflow and show you a couple of different things, okay? So in the workflow, now you're going to see this little gray person, this little gray head sitting here. And what that tells you is that I've passed through these actions. The trigger went off, I passed through these actions, and now I'm sitting here in this wait step, as I should be. That's how we designed the workflow. You can click on this gray head, and it opens up, and it'll show you who that person is. You also have the opportunity here, if you want, you can advance them to the next step. You can push somebody through a wait step if you need to. And sometimes you do, like just for whatever reason, you need to push them to the next step. So to do that in your workflow, you're going to check the contact that you want to push forward. And then over here, there's a little running man, I call him. And it just says move the selected contact currently in this step to the next step. And so you just click on that. It gives you this warning and it will just move that person forward. And then we're going to refresh this. And we'll see where that little gray guy went. So now I was sitting in here. It pushed me forward, sent this email, and then I'm sitting in this next wait step. Now, if we wanted to get even more detailed to find out what exactly happened in this workflow, because sometimes workflows are not as linear as this one is, right? Like they're not as one after the other for action. Sometimes there's branches. Sometimes there's go-to steps that cross over, right? And it can get a little bit complicated. So when we're looking at a workflow, we want to go in and we want to take a look up here in the execution logs and the enrollment history. If we take a look in the enrollment history, what we see here is we can see the date and time that I entered the workflow, what action I'm sitting in, what my current status is. So I'm sitting in a wait time period. And then the next time I'm going to move into the next action, it's telling me what day and time that's happening. Now over here, you can see the view the execution history. So we'll click on that and see what that looks like. And this here is a step by step by step of the different actions that I took inside the workflow. So now, if I wanted, I could view the details of those. So just by clicking on View Details, it gets into very granular information about how the person went through the workflow and what took place, what was successful, what wasn't, right? So we want to be sure a couple of things happened. We want to make sure, yep, that it's telling us the tag was executed. The welcome email was sent. And if I click on View Details, it will tell me here, event status, success. Email queued successfully. It was delivered. It was opened. It was accepted. So here is an example of when an email goes out to someone and it is tagged as open. I was sitting here with you guys. I didn't open no email, right? Like you saw I didn't open any email, but my system, my inbox tagged it as opened. So open rates on your emails can be very misleading. That's what I just wanted to show you there. So that's that. And then up here, I want to show you a really cool kind of thing. You can actually see a visual of the contact path. Now, this is not super helpful in this particular case because the workflow is step by step. It's very linear. But if we click on See Contact Path, what it does is it highlights all the steps that the contact went in, right? So it's showing us with this little glowing green box around the steps that I have gone through here. So that's kind of a cool way. It helps you troubleshoot, especially when you have those big workflows with the branches everywhere and the 7 million steps in them. And it helps you identify exactly where the path they took in your workflow. So that's a nice feature there. Some other features that I want to show you in the workflow. Over on the left-hand side here, you have a stats view. And if you click on the stats view, what it does is it opens up here, let me get rid of that. We'll go back here. So we have our stats view open. What you can see is wherever there's a communication action. So whether this was send an email, send a text message, send a WhatsApp message, it's going to open this up and it's going to show you the percentage that was delivered, was it opened, was it clicked, was it replied to, did it bounce? And you can see that right inside of your workflow. You can even click on this and go here to the statistics. And if you choose, you can view all the statistics and you can view the details. And one thing you always have to do here is you have to, let's go to delivered. So wherever there's a percentage, you'll be able to see the contacts that went through and that opened. And if anybody clicked, it will show the people that clicked in here. So you can get a lot of detail just from clicking on these stats when you have this open, okay? Here is some of my favorite new features inside of the workflow are the notes and sticky notes. So let's look at the notes in a workflow. Here, you can write yourself some notes. You can write team members some notes. Maybe there's instructions in here about why the workflow works the way it does. Maybe there's instructions, or maybe you want to make a note about a certain contact that goes through a workflow. You can use this for whatever you want. You can use this. There's two sections here. You can have an action note. You can have a workflow note. You can type in here whatever you want. Let's just put in here. And it shows here who put the note in and the day and time that the note was added. Okay. And then if I just close the notes, if I want to get back to the note, I can always just open it again. Now, let's say I want to use the sticky note feature. This is kind of a cool feature. You can click on the sticky note. You can choose what color you want, and it will open up a sticky note. And you can drag this and place it anywhere you want. So let's say you want to put a note up here to a team member about the trigger. You can click in here, click on edit, and you can write something in here. You can write up to 5,000 words. You could write an essay in here. I don't recommend that, but you could if you wanted. You can include links in here. You can include, it's great, especially if you want to express your reason for why you built it the way you did, or you want to provide instructions on how to hook this up to the form, or whatever you want to put in here, right? So you can create notes. And it's got a full text editor in here. You can create a bullet list. You can add an image. Like it's just crazy what you can do in here. And then what you can also do is size this, right? So we can, if it's not that big, we want to click out of it. We can also move it anywhere we want. We can size it again here. Like this opens up. I wish we could make it a little bit not so wide. But so yeah, it's pretty versatile. You can move it anywhere you want, but it can really be helpful, especially if you work with a team, or even if you're old like me and you can't remember after 6 months later, you come in here and you don't know why something's built the way it is. You can write yourself a note. And so that's just some cool features, I think, that you can take a look at and see inside of workflows and how that works. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is we want to go and take a look at the contact record that was created for the person in the workflow, because this all ties together, okay? So as soon as a form is submitted, it creates a contact record in your sales process account. And what will happen is we don't ever want to create or at least most of the time, we don't want to create duplicate contacts, right? We don't want to have a huge list with a whole bunch of contacts in here that are duplicates. So what the system does is it looks at, first it looks at the email address, and then it looks at the phone number. And if either of those two pieces of information are duplicate, it won't create a brand new contact. It will just merge the information with an existing contact. So those are the two pieces of information the system looks at to make sure it doesn't make a duplicate contact. Okay? So now here, this is the email address that I used in the form. So we're going to open up my contact record. And we're going to just talk about the contact record itself, okay? What is created? How can you troubleshoot anything inside the contact record? What is all of this information, right? Like it's a whole bunch of stuff. There's actually 3 columns in a contact record. So there's this left side column, there's this communication history column here, and then we have all kinds of things over here. We have your basic record of all of the links that they have visited in your business. So it's showing here the different links that they 2-step order form submitted, viewed this page, form submitted, page visited, page visited, tells the date and time. So it's a great record of all of the different things that, all the different pages that a contact has seen or interacted with. Then up here, you can assign tasks to a contact record. So if there's something you need to do for a client, you can add tasks here and keep, it's almost like project management in the way that you can create a task, you can give it a description, you can give it a due date and time, right? You can say this is due at this time. You can assign it to a team member, and then this is the contact that it's assigned to, right? And what happens is it will actually create a task here. And then once you complete the task, you can check it off, and then it's gone. You also have a notes section here. So this becomes a true customer relationship management tool as soon as you can start like keeping notes on your client. If you wanted to add meeting notes here, if you wanted to add links back to your Google Doc for that, you could do that all here in the notes section. And you just add a note, right? You can put in links here, you can type anything you want. Then you have appointments. It keeps track on the contact record of every single appointment that this person has ever booked with you. Okay? And you can also add appointments manually here. So let's say you do you have a lot of conversations with your clients over the phone and you want to book an appointment. You can come in here and do that. Just click on add. You can choose which calendar you want to put it in. You can put in the title, right? You can assign it to a team member. You can show the date and time, and you can book that appointment. And now you'll see here it's showing the appointments that are booked. Next, you have a documents section here in the contact record. And you can add documents manually to this section. If you use contracts inside of sales process and they sign a contract, it will be stored here inside their contact record. Anything that they send you in the form of a document can be seen here. So it will show up here if they've submitted any forms, any surveys, It will all sit in here. Okay? And then this is probably one of my favorites is what money have they spent with you, right? So it'll show you any transactions, anything that they've purchased with you. Do they have a subscription with you currently? Is there any invoices that you've sent out to them? Or any estimates that you've sent out to them? They will all sit in here in this transactions record. Okay? And you can also manage credit cards and information here. So you can add a credit card on file. You can create a charge now. So let's say you're on the phone with a client and you want to charge them right now for something. You can come into their contact record and choose charge now. You can put in the amount. You can choose your currency. You can give it a description. You can add their credit card. Take that information, confirm, and charge them. So if you need to do a quick payment, you can do that. You can create a recurring subscription here. You can create an invoice from this section here. You can manage any credit cards that they have on file if they need to change them or delete them. And you can also create an estimate. So if you are in construction or something, or in renovations, and you need to provide them with an estimate, you can create that right here from their contact record. And then this piece here is about associations. And so that would be to connect two contacts together. So like say you had a family of 5 and you had all 5 people as individual contacts in your CRM, but you need to also connect them all together as a family. This is how you would create the connection between those family members. Okay? Now, the middle piece of this is, like I said, it's the communication history. So it records any piece, any conversation that you've had with your client, whether that's through email, text, WhatsApp, telephone calls. You have the ability to record your telephone calls and keep them in this section here. Any voicemail messages that they may leave you if they call you, it all gets put into this communication history. So you have a very detailed document of what kind of conversations you've had with a client. So you'll see here, you can also jump in here and send them a message. So if I wanted, because I have their phone number, I could send them a text message. I could send them a WhatsApp message. I could send them an email, right? From this area. You just type it in the bottom here and click send. So this is your communication sort of column here. And then over here, you have contact and company. So maybe they're associated with a business that you deal with, and they're a staff member or something like that. You can view it that way. But this is everything in their contact record that we have. So you might find if they have ever uploaded any file based on a form, you're going to find that over here, right? If they have agreed to anything or answered any questions on a form, you're going to see their answers over here. Okay? And then all of these are like different folders for the different information, custom information that your business collects. So let's say you sent out a survey to them. This would be the answers to that survey. It goes into a folder on their contact record. This section here, tags. These are all the tags that are associated with that contact record. And you can add tags here if you want to, or you can delete tags just by clicking on the X. And there is no save function for that particular thing. It just automatically does it. So you can add or delete them. And then here I wanted to show you, you can see by clicking on this, all past workflows that this client has gone through, and if they're in any active workflows. So this comes in really handy if you're troubleshooting and you're trying to figure out which workflow did they go through? Did they go through the workflow? How can I tell? And if you click on this really tiny little symbol here, it sort of looks like a triangle, sort of 3 boxes grouped together. Let's click on this, and it's going to take me to exactly where that person is in that workflow. So it opens up the execution logs of the workflow and takes you right there. So that can come in very handy for troubleshooting. And then down here, it's going to show you if they are in any pipelines. So if you're using pipelines to organize your contacts, it'll show you which ones they're in. You can also add them manually to a pipeline from their contact record. And then here we have the client portal. This is if they have access to any courses in your course area, or if they have access to any community groups. You can also manually add them to more courses here or more groups. So let's say you wanted to give somebody your course for free. You could do so from their contact record, right? Just by adding it and clicking on this drop down, and I can add this one to them as well. Okay. If at any time your client who will have a login access for their portal, they forget their password and they phone you or something, you can come in here and change their password for them. You can give them a new password, and then they can you can reset their password, right? Or you can just send a password reset link to them, right? Okay. And then here, these are all your communication channels. And you can DND, so do not disturb. I can turn all those on. That means I can no longer communicate in any way with this client. No email I send them, no text message, no phone call, no Facebook message, no WhatsApp, nothing will go out. Or I can choose by channel which ones will work and which ones will not. And you can also block people from sending you text messages or phone calls here. And then down at the bottom here, it will tell you when it was originally created, the contact record. So when did they first show up in your system? So that was a lot of information. Does anybody have any questions about what we've just gone over here? Because that was a lot. There's a lot in your contact records, right? Did everybody know that this even existed? Did you guys know that you could see all this stuff in the contact record?
Hey Tamara.
Hey, John, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Tamara, I had a doubt. On the left-hand side, in all of my contacts, there is a
Yeah.
form of Peng Jones application form, which is there always.
Ah, yes.
What do I do about it? How do I change it?
Okay. So if you want to remove anything that's in this here section from
Left-hand
your
side.
contact records, you're going to go
Mm-hmm.
down to the bottom to settings,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to go into custom fields.
Okay.
And here you have all of those custom fields that have been attached to the contact record. You also have folders. Now, if we delete a folder, let's see, let's do an experiment. So the program name survey has 2 custom fields in it. If I delete that, it only deletes the folder, I believe. Let's see. I'm going to try that. Okay, so yeah, it only deletes the folder. It's giving me this message down here. I have to remove the fields first. So you can go into all the fields here and you can delete the fields that you don't
Hmm.
need. So you can
Right.
like check them off, right? And then go up here. I wonder if it will. Do you have to do it individually? I think maybe. Oh, that's a pain. Okay, so you have to check one and then you can delete it. So you have to delete them individually. I'm the development team needs to fix that. You should be able to delete bulk
Mm-mm.
amounts of form fields, but that's how you remove them. You have to come in
Done.
here to custom fields,
Awesome.
and that will
Uh,
remove them from the
yeah.
contact record.
One more doubt I have is,
Yeah.
the trigger for an automation.
Yes.
I want to send emails to all the people that registered or logged into the Zoom. So I know I can copy the CSV file from Zoom. And
Yes.
how do I trigger an automation for all of the emails together at the same time?
Okay, I'll show you. So if we go back to the contacts, so you probably imported that list from Zoom, right? And it came
Yeah.
in as a smart list. Usually that
Mm-mm.
it'll create a smart list. It'll say like imported file or something like that up here. So let's say this was the imported file. Well, let's wait. Let's try and find one with some people in it. So then what you can do is you can click on the checkbox at the top. Then you go to the robot head
Mhm.
and this opens up and you can click proceed. This is going to allow you to add it to any workflow that you have. So let's say we want to add it to this one. And if there are emails that send out in that workflow and you have a large number of people, like if it's over a list of 100 people, you want to be able to drip that into the workflow. You don't want to blast it out all at once. So you would want to drip that in. You could just put in here manually added to workflow. Then you can schedule it, right? So you can do it like, 2 minutes from now if that's what you want, whatever it is. And I would do like if it was a list of 1,000, I would maybe do like 100 at a time every 5 minutes so that you're not sending out a bunch of emails all at once. And then I would just add to automation. And what that does then is, oh, I think I put this in the past. That's not going to work. Okay, we'll put that there. What that does is it schedules it, and you can, like I said, you can put it for 2 minutes in the future. Once that's scheduled, you go to bulk actions, and that's where you're going to see that workflow was scheduled. Once it goes out, it will tell you here the date and time it was completed, and then you can look at the success of it. You can click on show stats and it'll tell you the success, but then it will manually, like it will add all those people to the workflow. So you don't have to set off a trigger. Does that work?
Yes, thank you so much. This works.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions about what we've gone over today? We covered a lot in that contact area.
Um, Tamara,
Yes,
when you showed me when you showed us the workflow
yes.
just now, when you move the little guy from one to another, um, I missed the reason for that.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. But,
No worries. So sometimes you just need to push contacts forward to the next step. Maybe you've decided that you don't want to wait a day. Maybe you want to send them two messages in one. So you want to
okay.
push them to the next step. There's a variety of different reasons as to why you would want to, but it's just so gives you the ability to be able to, because inside of the automation, if we take a look, So I'm sitting in this wait step here. Where did I go? Oh, right there. I can't like pick that guy up and move him to a different step.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. So I can only move him forward by clicking on him and, choosing this and then clicking this man to move him forward to the next step. That's the only thing I have the capacity to do. So I
Okay.
can't pick him up and move him to a different step in here. The
So now
workflows
if
don't
we
work
have,
like that.
let's say, 100 people, so
Yes.
the icons will appear 100, the number.
Well, what it will do, sorry, I'll show you here, just to give you a visual, is when you scroll down here and click on it, you see how this one has a checkbox beside it, and then there's a
Okay.
checkbox at the top? You could click and select all and then move them forward.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so you can choose to move all of the contacts forward or just one of the contacts. Or, if there was more, you could just click on 3 of them and move them forward. So you have that flexibility there.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? So what we'll do for homework then is I want you to test your lead magnet funnel that we've built together. And then what I want to see is I want to see a screenshot of the workflow showing that you have an active person enrolled in it. So that there's two numbers here. Okay. And then I just want to see a screenshot of where your little gray person is sitting. Okay. So just those two, I just want to make sure you can test your lead magnet funnel and get that person into your workflow. And then I encourage you to explore these other areas of your workflows so that you can see okay, I want to be able to see which path my workflow took, right? And show, just explore those features, take a look inside the contact records, have a look at the different things in there that you find, and see if you have any questions about it. But I just need the 2 screenshots, the screenshot of the little gray person inside your workflow for the homework, and then also the screenshot of the workflow, and it shows the 2 numbers here. And that's your homework to get your entry into the contest. And for anybody that's new, we're going to go over the contest now. I'm going to close this. And every month here at Sales Process, we have a homework contest for office hours. It's the Sales Process Wins contest. And so I want you to test your lead funnel for the homework today, and then put those 2 screenshots with your post in the Facebook group. Don't forget that you have 48 hours from the end of this call, to post your homework in the Facebook group to get it to be a valid entry into the contest. And so don't forget to put it hashtag sales process wins, because that's how the team finds your entries in the Facebook group. Then you have the opportunity to win one of 3 prizes. First place is a hot seat coaching session with Peng Jun. He will sit with you. He will look at your offer. He will take a look at your sales funnel. He'll talk to you about your traffic strategy, what he would do if this was his offer. And you'll also get a ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat, which is happening in March of this year in Malaysia. Second place is a traffic and ads strategy session with Marcus. Marcus is the genius behind Sales Process and Peng Joon's ads. He runs all of Peng Joon's ads for Google, Facebook, all of them. And he will take a look at your ad performance and your targeting. He'll take a look at your insights and your ads metrics. He'll give you suggestions for split testing and how to get the most out of your ad spend. And you'll also get a ticket to the retreat that is happening in March in Malaysia. And then third place is a ticket to the retreat. And even if you don't win one of these tickets, guys, I highly encourage you to go because the retreats are absolutely life-changing. They're so good. So within the next 48 hours, post in the Facebook group those 2 screenshots with the Sales Process Wins hashtag. Include the biggest takeaway from today. What did you learn? And the draw will be made at the end of January for the winners. And you only have 48 hours for your entry from this class to be valid, so get that in there. And then you have 5 opportunities every week to enter. Every office hours calls that you attend, you get a homework assignment, and you can complete that homework assignment, post it in the Facebook group, and that is an entry for the contest. We have office hours Monday through Friday. I am the host on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we have other amazing hosts that are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the Facebook group, does everybody know where to find the Facebook group? Inside of your Sales Process account, you can click on Join Our Community here, and that will take you right to the Facebook group. You have to request to join, but the Facebook group administrators will get you in there right away. And then you can post your homework for the contest. Let me see. Do we have any questions? Oh, John says, please repeat the homework. Did you get that, John?
Yes. No, not it, Tamara.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. I can repeat that. So the homework is a screenshot of your workflow showing that you have tested it. So it's going to have the active enrolled. It'll show the number here, 1. And then also, so a screenshot of that, and then also a screenshot of the workflow with the little gray person in it. So that's you that you're testing. Okay. So those are the 2 screenshots that you need. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much, Tamara. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. Okay, Kate, I will reach out to the team again about your nurture emails. And make sure that they get those into your account. And of course, we'll extend the extension on that for the homework for that day too, because you guys didn't have the full template to work with. So I'll reach out to the team and make sure that you get those email nurture templates for that. Any other questions from today's training? How's everybody making out in Sales Process? Is there anything that you want to talk about that we didn't cover today? I'm happy to show you anything, or if you're stuck in some area, that's what we're here for. We don't want you to be stuck. We want you to keep moving forward. Any questions? Feel free to unmute.
Just out of curiosity, Tamara,
Yes.
on some pages, I saw the Go High Level domain. Is it because this one is it because this one was built based on Go High Level in the first place?
Yeah. So Sales
Oh,
Process is a white label agency of high level.
okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty amazing software. It's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, we will wrap up for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you learned a lot. We went over a lot about the contact record today, but I think there's some valuable stuff in there. And sometimes it gets lost in all of the funnels and sales. And so sometimes it's cool to know that stuff as well about the contact record. So I will be back next week. We will be continuing. We're going to close out January here. I can't believe that we're going to be in the last week of January. You guys keep plugging away at that homework. I want to see some of my people winning these prizes in there, okay? I love it when you guys win the prizes. That makes me so happy. So, you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you back here next week, okay? Bye, everyone. Take care.